Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be kind of like a productive vlog, but rainy day edition. Not really rainy outside, but it's just very muggy. And I do have to go to work today, hence why I'm actually dressed for work right now. But I do have a later shift today. I don't actually have to be there until like 11:30. So, anywho, it's currently 8 something right now. But I do have a couple of things that I feel like I need to get done for the upcoming week, since it's just Monday today. So that's what this video is going to be about, just kind of like a little reset. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. I probably should have wrote out a list, but I didn't do that, so I'll just tell y'all what I have to do, like off the top of my head. I know I need to do some meal prepping for lunches. I also need to do some meal prepping for breakfast. By the way, y'all, seriously, if you don't meal prep, you need to, because it is actually like such a time saver. I used to like, you know, not think meal prepping was actually that big of a deal or that it was actually that beneficial, but since I started doing it, it seriously is. Like, cannot recommend it enough, especially if you work every day or if you have school every day. So good. And you also just get to eat healthier, which is obviously a bonus. So anywho, I have to meal prep for breakfast and lunch, and I need to clean my bathroom and my bedroom. My bedroom's really not that bad. I mean, it's clean, it's picked up right now, but I just feel like I need to wipe a couple of things down. You know, just like some dusting and different stuff like that. And I may get in the attic and see if I can find some like lights to string in our backyard, because we're planning to host a little bonfire this weekend. So if I can find some lights, maybe I can also go ahead and hang those up in the backyard. That way I don't have to do it later this week. So anyways, we've just got a couple of little things to get done, so let's get into that. So first thing I'm going to do is start meal prepping for lunch, because it's the one that takes the longest. So for lunch during the week, I've been making pasta salad, which is like so easy because you can eat it cold, but if you want to, you can heat it up. So I typically heat it up, but like if I'm going to work or something, I'm going to bring it with me, I can just eat it cold. So anyways, I already put some water on the stove to boil for my pasta. So I'll show y'all how I make it, but I can't really do that until after my pasta's done. So until then, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with my meal prep for breakfast. So for breakfast, I always have cheese seed pudding with strawberries on top. It's actually so good. I tell people, like, people tell me like it looks gross or whatever, or like the texture doesn't look good, but best thing I can say is the chia seeds kind of have the same texture as like dragon fruit seeds. So if you've ever had that, you know, they're kind of like crunchy. Anyway, it's really good. I actually really like it. And if you use my recipe for chia seed pudding, especially if you just put fruit on top and that's it, and even more especially if you just put strawberries on top, it literally tastes like strawberries and whipped cream. Is so good, and it's like full of protein and different nutrients that you need. So it's a great breakfast idea. So anyways, I'll also show you all my recipe for that, because it's like literally so easy. Probably takes you 5 minutes to make. The pasta I use, I really don't think it matters, but I really do like the spiral noodles. So as long as they're the spiral noodles, I don't think it matters what brand you use. Also, I do use the whole entire bag, but I make like 4 servings of it, so you know, it's not that bad. Here's all the meal prep containers. So these 4 are for the pasta salad, and this one is gonna be for the cheese seed pudding. I do normally put the cheese seed pudding in a like big mason jar. Not quite that big, but like something like that. But they're all dirty right now, and I didn't wash them, so I'm just gonna use this other container, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like I said, I use strawberries put on top of the cheese seed pudding. So I went and bought a pack of strawberries when I went to the grocery store last weekend. So I just gotta wash those, and I do sometimes go ahead and cut them up if I am planning on myself being lazy during the week, which I kind of am. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut those up after I wash them. But first I'm gonna make the actual cheese seed pudding, and then I'll deal with the strawberries. Okay, so recipe time. First of all, ingredients: cheese seeds, obviously, vanilla extract, maple syrup, and any kind of whole milk. So I'm gonna start with my cheese seeds, and I'm just gonna take a spoon, and I'll do about, don't say it in the comments, I'm gonna take about 6 or 7, and I mean that seriously, spoonfuls of these chia seeds. Here's about what it's looking like. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is add in my milk, and I do eyeball the milk, I don't measure it, but I like it to be mostly cheese seeds. I like my cheese seed pudding to be a little bit thicker. If you want it to be runnier, you could put more milk and less chia seeds, but I like a lot of chia seeds. So like this. Next thing I'll do is add in my maple syrup. About that much. Obviously, the sweeter you want it to be, the more maple syrup you can add, but I don't like it to be too sweet, since I am going to be putting fruit on top, so I don't feel like it needs as much sweetness. I'll go ahead and add in the vanilla extract. You don't have to do this, but I like it to have a little bit of vanilla flavor, so I'll go ahead and add about that much. Again, I don't really measure it, and then I just mix that up. Okay, so once I mix it all up and put on the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge, and I'll let it sit for like 30 or 45 minutes, and then you gotta go back and kind of like shake it up to make sure that the chia seeds and the milk like actually mix and they didn't just like separate. And once you mix it up that one time and you put it back in the fridge, it should be ready for breakfast tomorrow. So I'll just go ahead and put this in the fridge and come back in about like 30 or 45 minutes, or just whenever I remember, and shake it up, and then it'll be ready for breakfast for this week. Okay, I think our noodles are done, so I'm gonna taste one. Just a tad bit longer. Okay, so I drained the water out of my noodles because they were done. So first thing I do is I put this particular kind of pesto. Any other pesto will not do. So I get like a very generous amount and put it on there because pesto is the best part. And then I basically just like mix that into all my noodles. Okay, then I get tomatoes, specifically this brand of tomatoes. Any other tomatoes are not good. This is my favorite ones, and it has to be the cherry tomatoes. And I'll like just cut these into little slivers, so I just basically cut them in half and just kind of eyeball it based on how much you like tomatoes. But I really like tomatoes, so there's a high chance I might actually use this entire pack. Okay, so I just went ahead and put all my noodles, pesto, and tomatoes in the little containers. And I get these tiny like cans of olives. I already drained all 4 of them, and then I just dump 1 can into each container so that they're evenly distributed. Also, you don't have to do this if you don't like olives, but I really like olives. Okay, and then that's literally it. Then I just go ahead and put the lids on the containers. And you can put like a protein in this. Like obviously you could put like a chicken breast or something, like some shredded chicken. So there's our meal prepped lunch. Okay, so now that I'm all done with my meal prepping, next thing I'm gonna do before I leave for work is I am in our what we call our building right now, and it really is a building, but it's essentially like one big room, and it's like a building in itself, but it's in our backyard. It's almost like a little mother-in-law suite, but without a bathroom. I'm in here right now because it's kind of just become our storage space, because my mom is currently pregnant right now. She's 6.5 months pregnant, and we keep getting a lot of stuff from people with like baby things, and we've already gone through all of it and kept what we wanted. But a family in our church is actually going to adopt a baby sometime soon, which is really exciting. So I told them I would go through all of the baby stuff that we have in here that we're actually going to get rid of and give it to them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So this is going to take me quite a while because we have a lot of stuff in here. So that's why I have this trash bag right here. I'm just going to put all the baby clothes in a trash bag. Also, because they're adopting, they're open to a boy or a girl. So we just kind of have to go through all of it. And I'm pretty much just going to give them a huge mixture of whatever we have, because we're gonna get them hooked up. All right, so finally finished going through all the baby stuff. I think we've got them a pretty good haul right here. And plus we have a couple of other extra things. We already gave them a crib and a dock tot. Here we've got lots of clothes, socks, gloves, shoes, all the things, even like blankets and some little play mats and everything. So I'd say they got a pretty good amount of stuff. All right, so just got to work. So basically for work, I just sit behind this desk right here. I work at like an indoor playground area type thing for kids. So basically I just sit behind this desk right here, and I like check people in. So if they walk in, I just like, you know, make them pay on the iPad thing. And that really is basically it. And then I pretty much just like supervise the kids and the parents while they're here, but that's literally it. But we are in the process of decorating for Christmas in here right now, which obviously they put me in charge of because I love Christmas and I love decorating, so why not let me do that? So anyways, I went and picked up a Christmas tree from my grandmother's house just now on my way to work because she had one that she wanted to get rid of, so we're gonna use it in here. And she did also give me a couple of other Christmas decorations she was getting rid of, so we can decorate with that in here. So later my mom's gonna come because she owns this place and relieve me real quick, and she's gonna work, and then I'm gonna run to Walmart and get some Christmas lights for the tree, and we're gonna get these little ornaments that the kids can decorate and put on the tree, which is gonna be really cute. So I'm gonna go get the lights for the Christmas tree and the ornaments for the kids to decorate, and then I don't know, we'll see if I end up getting any other Christmas decorations, but that's all I know that I'm for sure gonna get. So, but we are not open yet. We're not open for another 30 minutes. So I just basically am going to be here for the next 30 minutes until we open, and then we'll work until my mom comes and I go to Walmart to get the Christmas decorations. But while I'm waiting to open, it's technically lunchtime. It's like 11:30, so may as well go ahead and eat my lunch now. So for lunch, I got my meal prepped pasta salad. It is cold. The only way we have to heat up food here is in the microwave. And anyways, if y'all don't know this, microwaves are actually like pretty bad for you, so I don't use a microwave. So I'm just gonna eat this cold. It's actually not too cold. It's not like freezing or anything, so it should be pretty good. And obviously I have a fork that I brought from home. And then as a little side slash snack, maybe for later, I got these little Christmas gummies. So cute. Can you tell I'm in the Christmas mood right now? Like, I am feeling holly jolly. I just can't wait for Christmas. I mean, it really is like kind of Christmas time, but I'm just kind of ready for it to like really be Christmas time. So anyways, I'm just gonna sit here, eat my lunch. I may turn on a movie on my phone and just watch something while I eat. And then in about 30 minutes, I'll open. Okay, so I just finished with work. I mean, not for the day, but like for the morning. So now I'm at Walmart so I can get some stuff for us to decorate for Christmas at work. So let's go to Walmart. Okay, the golden hour is golden houring right now. But anyways, so I went to Walmart and got all the decorations we needed, and I already went back to work and basically put all the decorations up. So it looks pretty good. We have a few more decorations we want to put up and a couple more things we just want to do in there to fully decorate it for Christmas and everything. So I think we're gonna come back tomorrow because we're actually gonna be closed tomorrow, so it's a perfect time to come back and help decorate. My piece of this little piece of hair right here is looking a little cray. So probably come back tomorrow to finish that, but it's really it. So now I'm basically just gonna go home and kind of do my afternoon routine because it's a little past 4 right now. So yeah, so I guess that's it for today's video, but thanks so much for watching, and make sure you come back next week to see another video. Bye guys.